Boom-ba-da-dum. Howdy, welcome to BanjoBenClark.com. I'm your host, Banjo Ben, here on your favorite website to learn how to play banjo, guitar, and mandolin. Today we're in drop D tuning because I'm teaching you a great Celtic sounding solo for St. Anne's Reel. I hope you enjoyed that performance. Last week I taught it on mandolin. Banjo's coming soon. If you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, here pretty soon I'll ask you to go over to my website, BanjoBenClark.com. You'll want to go over there because I have hundreds and hundreds of videos, as well as tabs that match those videos exactly, just like the one for St. Anne's Reel. I've got it in PDF as well as TEF file format. Also over there, if you're a Gold Pick member, you can download those tabs. You can download rhythm MP3s, and I also just have a performance MP3 that could go in your bluegrass mix. But the videos are the best part. There's about 30 minutes of instruction where I'm going to teach you how to play each and every note of St. Anne's Reel. Give you some technique on how to play those Irish, Celtic, Scottish sounding 16th notes. And then I've also got another video where I play the whole thing through for you very slowly. And then about an 8-minute video just talking about how we play that rhythm to back up other players as they play solos using that drop D tuning. I'm excited about this one. Let's dive into the first measure of St. Anne's Reel. Let's learn St. Anne's Reel in the key of D. We're not going to use a capo. A lot of people capo this up to 2nd fret and then play it in the C position. We're not going to do that. We're going to play an open D position. I did tune my low E string down to a D note, even though we're not going to use that string whenever we're learning the actual flat picking solo. But we are going to use it whenever we're doing our rhythm. So in one of the video segments here on the website, I'm going to talk about how to play backup rhythm for that particular version that I did. And you're going to want that low D string in there. Okay, this is a fiddle tune, so you've probably heard me say this, but fiddle tunes are made up of 2 A parts and 2 B parts. And what I like to do is the first A and the first B part, make it fairly simple, very close to the melody. Then in the second A part, whenever you repeat the A part, and also for the second B part, we get outside the lines a little bit, introduce some triplets, some more difficult stuff. This is so I can appeal to basic and advanced players. And it's also great because if the more tricky parts are too difficult for you, you can always just repeat the easier parts, and you've still got a great solo here. All right, key of D, we're going to start off with a little pickup at the end of the first measure. And we're going to pay attention to our pick strokes, right? Especially later on when we get more syncopated. But we've got our down and up strokes labeled beneath each one of the notes. Let's pay attention to that. We're going to walk in and land on that first melody note in measure 2. And that's a quarter note. And we're going to, like I said, this first A part, we're going to play very, very similar to the melody. This first A part, if you played it along with like the mandolin solo that I teach, they're almost note for note because I'm sticking to the melody. So we got a quarter note there in measure 2. Then we're just going to play some 8th notes here that are all pretty similar. You'll notice at the very last note of that measure, I play a 4th fret on the G string, which is a B note, same as my open B string. And I do that several times, as we'll see. The reason is because we can stop some of these overtones from happening. If we did play an open B string, a lot of times if it's not muted, it'll carry on through and you may not want that tone. So we're going to play that same note with our 4th fret on the G string just to be able to control those. When we get to measure 3, that's probably the easiest measure in the whole song with just 4 quarter notes in a row. Then measure 4, we're going to do exactly what I was talking about. We're going to start off with the 4th fret on the G string, which is a B note, for a quarter note, and then we're just going to walk up the scale. So measure 4 altogether. Cool. We'll get to measure 5. We've got a little bit of syncopation here. We're going to make this position, 2nd fret on the G string, 4th fret on the D string. And we're going to go 2, 4, and then that's actually a quarter note. I've got the little rest there in the tab to let you know to hang on that for a little while. But it sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so that's measure 5. When we get to measure 6, we're going to see some repeating of what we did in measure 2, so we've already learned it. But when we get to measure 7, instead of those 4 quarter notes, we're going to do kind of a fiddle type move here. Measure 7 slowly sounds like this. I want want to say that I've left my index finger down on that second fret of the G string through that whole measure, and indeed I'll keep it down because we're going to play it again at the start of measure 8. And then we're just going to wrap up this first A part here, measure 8. Then we get in this partial D shape for measure 9. It's 3 quarter notes.